Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of you. It is good to see all of you back here on the platform. Again, tonight on EasyTron. Every Sunday is where it's at. We get to see all your familiar faces on the call again tonight. I've had a pretty interesting week in crypto, meeting hedge fund managers, people who work in DeFi, and people who own billions of dollars in Bitcoin funds. It is very exciting to be at the forefront of an emerging industry and an emerging asset class that's gaining a lot of attention on mainstream media, on TV, on the news, and it's worldwide. Everyone kind of knows what crypto is right now. So today I'm going to bring on our founder for some macro updates on the space and what he thinks. And I also have two EasyTron leaders to come on and give a testimonial for us as well.
All right, everybody. Special
Hello.
greetings to each and everyone in the EasyTRX family, international family. Yes, lovely to have everyone on board, and we are glad and we are happy and grateful to be connected to this family. Yeah, it's a wonderful family. All right, so let's actually hear a little of us, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Yes, we actually, our background is providing solutions. Lisa and myself here, my lovely wife, we are solution providers, and we have other platforms, but I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. We always dream of helping people. And one day we said, when it was in the years back, we said one day we would find a solution that we could bring to people where they could start, at a low price too, and actually benefit and actually be prosperous. You know what people say? They say, no, Donovan and Lisa, you could never do that. That won't happen, and we just ignore the negative people. And you know what? We actually joined EasyTRX on the 9th of October, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. All right. It came to us. It came to us a few weeks before, and we was evaluating at the time. And then, you know what? We were asked to take it to the Caribbean, and a lot of negative things came up. Yeah, a lot of people said, you know what, this wouldn't happen. The Caribbean is a third world country. I don't like them calling people third world. Yeah, but we say we're gonna make this, we're gonna take this and make it happen. Yep. And you know what? This is the reason why we joined. The big thing is your why, right? Your why, because we have a passion to help people, to bring solutions to people, all right? So Lisa and I, yes, we run our registered business called Leeds Golden Solutions. Leeds means Lisa Elvira and Donovan Smart Golden Solutions, all right? And this is the latest that we added to the portfolio, and this is the one that is actually growing the fastest. Why? Because it's first time with EasyTRX, it make people hearts glad. It gives people now a platform where they could actually come and build themselves from start. Yeah, and we're not putting down our rest of platforms we have on the side, but when people like the platforms we had, it was either too costly to get in. And one thing I can tell you, in the Caribbean, it's basically those other ordinary opportunities. It could be 3 months salary for some people in the Caribbean, So that's why we glad, and this is the fastest growing stuff we have. I'm gonna ask and let Lisa say what she loves most about EasyTRX. Yeah.
I just love the way that people seeing it as an option, to help them, get financially free and to help their families, to that extent,
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yep, and you know what? And basically, I'm going to tell you what strategies we're using. When you see EasyTRX, right? Everybody would see it as a smart contract. Everybody at first, when everybody comes in, is because they want to earn some extra income. All right, and what we love about it is because it is not. It's an opportunity that does not pressure you. All right, okay. Most people either get pressured into having monthly subscriptions, because if they don't have monthly subscription, they could lose their commissions. Yeah. They also have to try and build a team. They have members coming in a organization, but they don't get paid, and they don't get paid instantly. So this is what we love about it. All right. In the Caribbean, we really seeing it happen a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And a lot of people is growing in the Caribbean, especially in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a big solution because they when the pandemic locked down everybody, people could not They want to know how they can build their incomes. All right. Now I'm going to tell you something. All opportunities is good, but some of them, for example, trading, direct selling, all these things would take some skills. Yep. Over a period of time for you to earn a decent income. All right. But with EasyTRX, you could actually learn as you earn. So as you start and while you're learning, your income start being paid basically immediately to you, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a big, big, big advantage with EasyTRX, ladies and gentlemen. All right. As we know, not a single cent doesn't be taken out from our family, or 100% is back in our family. And this is why we use this strategy. Yeah, we use this strategy, ladies and gentlemen. What is the strategy, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, all right. We're teaching everybody to just follow the simple steps. All right, it is simplicity. And one of our major strategy we're using is the power of 3. All right, the power of 3. If you see the EasyTRX video, look at the power of 3, and that's how you have to build it. All right, okay. Yep, it's about sharing these solutions, ladies and gentlemen. And one thing strategy we using right now, we always have, like on Tuesdays, our training Tuesdays, yeah, transformation Tuesdays, that's the name of it. Yep, you know, we have marvelous Mondays, yeah, transformation Tuesdays, wealthy Wednesdays, yeah, thankful Thursdays, financial freedom Fridays, yes. I forget Saturday on, yeah? And successful Saturdays. Well, on Transformation Tuesdays, the team from the Caribbean, we come and we actually do a mindset training, all right? Because Lisa and myself, is not about just coming in an opportunity to make money. You see, some people will come in before, some people will come in after. And guess what happens? Sometimes some people will come in after, will have a higher rate of success. We all have the same platform, ladies and gentlemen. The platform is no different to the leaders, and the platform is no different to you. Okay, what it is the mindset, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why we have this Transformation Tuesdays, where we teach on developing our team members. Yep, and they are so lovely, and they actually started to understand how money works, how the cryptocurrency works. You know, what is the reason? What is the why? You know, it's not about, you know, and some of them are actually realizing, yeah, you know what, this is long term. Yeah, this is what they love about EasyTRX, okay? Because the platform is the difference. Listen, we're going to teach you something here. What is the difference between celebrities and ourselves? What is the difference? Are they any different to us? No, they are not different to us. The thing is, what makes the difference, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that they know how they know what to do with it 24 hours a day. All of us is given 24 hours a day, and is what we choose to do with it. And what we are actually teaching with our lovely Trinidad and Tobago and Caribbean team is actually taking that time aside to build your future, to build a financial future. All right, taking that 1 hour a day to come on these Zoom calls, and you know what we love about it is the fact that the team actually comes on. You know, we do Zoom calls 5-6 days a week. Tuesdays is training, as you know, but the other 5 days, everybody does be on the call every night. Why? Because you now understand this is building the financial freedom. Okay, you must put yourself in the mentality to build your financial freedom. Okay, all right. You want to say anything else?
Oh, you going very well.
Yeah. All right.
Well, what I can say, we do appreciate everyone that is, you know, given air to listen to what is being said through the opportunity. And we are so excited that every day we are having real results.
Yep.
Sometimes 5 people sign up in one day, which is really amazing for us. Yeah, and we really do appreciate everyone who are giving themselves to listen, because when opportunity come your way, it's not to shun it. Give a listening ear, because it might be just what you're looking for, or it might be what someone else looking for, and it could help them.
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, keep building it. Keep building it. Take that time every day. Every day, take that time to build your financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen. EasyTRX is one of the simplest platform. Yeah. Simplest platform we have ever seen. Yeah. And you know what? We just be by this computer, because this is why we love our time freedom, because we could use our time to help each other. All right. And Lisa myself here just be sitting here. This spot here right now where we in, this is the most spot we just be in the house, you know, teaching people to sign up, help leaders develop leaders. Okay. All right. Okay. So basically when you help develop each other, you find your team will grow, you know, your team will literally grow. And we thank each and everyone in the Caribbean, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen. This is where, thank you for believing in yourselves. Yeah, you believe in us, but you believe in yourselves. You know, we have people, you know, I don't know what I can say. Yeah, I had a shout out. We have like Trisha, the first lady in Trinidad and Tobago, who joined Easy TRX. Yeah, we have Rose, Jay. You know what? They are literally self-starters. You know, they literally going out and you know, work with us to go with the solutions. We have Wendy. Wendy couldn't believe what she was doing. You know, she didn't believe at first, but when she followed the power of 3, it started work for her. Yeah, we have Donna who is recruiting. Like, when I mean recruiting, she's not recruiting. She actually sharing the solutions, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, she literally sharing the solutions and going way beyond. We have Silbon too, who has a big influence, ladies and gentlemen. All these people, we working together. We thank each and every one, right? I can't call everybody names, but everybody in the team, you matter. You literally matter, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Because we all working together and we are building the team, and we look forward to a prosperous 2021, and it's happening. Yeah, and that's the message for everybody. Yeah, okay, all right, build it. Our message is build it day by day. Build it day by day. Don't come and say, you know what, I'm gonna put one here today and then one here next 2 weeks. No, if everybody build in a timely manner, set your goals. You know, say, look, you know what, if I want to have 3 people enroll into Easy TRX, say, look, I'm going to get 3 people this week, or 3 people within 2 weeks, and just focus on that. And as our leader said, build it one at a time, ladies and gentlemen. And
it's important too, when you're doing that, to plan it. Plan it out and write it out.
Yes.
Don't just keep it in your head. Put it down on paper and follow through. As they say, plan your work and work your plan.
Yes, plan your work and work your plan, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to tell you something right now. And one big message. This smart contract is a solution for everybody, but everybody would not make the decision to actually become part of it now. If you get a no, don't feel rejected, because no means not right now. All right, maybe the person want to maybe see some results, because we have that in the team. Some people said no at first, but when we start to show, use your screenshots, use your testimonies to show that Easy TRX is working. All right, and then some people will start to consider to be part of the lovely Easy TRX family, ladies and gentlemen. We just getting started. We have not even fill out the first 88,572. Yep. And you know what? We are destined to grow, ladies and gentlemen. So our message, Lisa, my message, build it day by day. Take some time, even if it's half an hour, to call 2 people per day to say about the solutions. Yeah. And you don't listen. One thing I could tell you about Easy TRX is that they provide the tools for us. Use the tools to do it. All right. You know how other people doing it in the Caribbean. You know, I would say, for example, they will say, hey Lisa, how are you? You all right? Hey, I know how everything is going in the economy. I know it's been rough, but here what? We have a solution in the Caribbean here. I want you to take a look at this 3-minute presentation, and we will connect after. That's all you have to do. You don't have to explain everything, because technology, just as the smart contract, is actually making the burden, raising all the hassles that you have with all the other opportunities. The smart contract takes it away, right? And Easy TRX is going is like gems, going the extra mile selflessly. My wife make up that one, right? That they actually put in tools for you, YouTube videos, Facebook funnels, all these things to actually do the heavy lifting for you. So you want to actually take advantage of that and use the tools. And this is why the Caribbean team have a fast growth, because we say, look, don't explain anything. That's the old-fashioned way. Give them the introduction, invite them on the Zoom calls, we will do the rest. Yep. And that's how it's going. And that's how it is duplicating. All right. So build it, keep on building, and we will see everybody troning their way to the top. Okay.
And becoming Tron trillionaire.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lisa, for your support.
Thank you, Donovan and Lisa. I love that. Going the extra mile, gems, and becoming a Tron trillionaire. I always say making a billionaire, but you guys are going the extra mile. Okay.
Obviously, yeah.
Awesome.
Gems.
Good to have you here. Okay, next, I see that Nicklaus is back here on the call, so I'm gonna bring him on. Hey, Nicklaus, I'm gonna start your video and gonna make you spotlighted. Hey. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. I really appreciate it. That was really awesome, Donovan. Thanks for that really inspirational segment. I appreciate it. Now, when you covered that point about never giving up, it reminded me of a friend who used to talk a lot about sales and his entire motto about not giving up. And he said, imagine a bag of ping pong balls, right? And you've got 100 white ping pong balls inside that bag you're carrying around, and you're reaching inside, and you're just trying to find one red ball. There's a red ball inside. You don't know where it is, and you can't see inside. And you reach inside and you pull out a white ping pong ball, and you say, "That is just fantastic! I'm now one ball closer to finding that red ball that I need to get out of that bag." You put your hands inside, you take another ball out, and it's white, and you say, "Awesome! I'm now even closer." And you keep doing it. I mean, if you've got that spirit, and you reach in and you grab, and it's someone who says no, and it's really that white ping pong ball, you don't have to worry, because inside there, your goal remains. It's something that you will get, and at some point you reach in and you grab something, and then voila, you got your red ball, right? It's going to come out at some point. So never give up. I think that's really an awesome lecture, and it's something I thoroughly appreciate. It's what's driven me through my whole life. I know that success is fleeting. It's also not guaranteed. It's not easy. But for those that work at it and try and do their best, you will find that success that you want. Reach for the stars and get to the moon, that sort of thing, right? But you've got to have that mindset. So I love that positivity. We've got there is a new president in the US. We can't avoid but being blanketed by Western media, and everything that's going on in the US occupies our news feed every single day, which really means much of us won't know what's going on in Africa. We don't really know what's going on in Japan. We certainly don't know what's going on in China. And so the rest of the world kind of passes us by. And Biden is about to introduce a new $1.9 trillion stimulus. And this is a massive package, right? It's equal in size, at least, to what Trump released right at the start of the pandemic. So the question here is it good or is it bad for the economy? Is it good that they're going to offer $1.9 trillion to Americans and help them pay their bills? That's the question that we've gotten, and I wanted to kind of discuss this. And in reality, the role of the government is to stimulate the economy. They've got to build infrastructure, incentivize trade and commerce, promote industries, ensure policies that drive more business. That's sort of the role of the government. It's not so much to be overreaching and to try to run the economy themselves. That's not the role of government. And printing money, in a sense, does stifle the economy. It raises the cost of living because everything becomes more expensive. No infrastructure is built, and therefore it's not trade friendly. It's just a random gift to society, and it becomes unevenly distributed. Now, you take the actual stimulus, the real dollar that reaches the individual that's $2,000, and then you look at it from the one point of view, and that is people need it. They can't pay their bills, they can't pay their rent, they don't have enough food, they're having a tough time with electricity. So $2,000 is a good thing, it's needed. But at the same time, $2,000 goes into pockets of citizens who will just go out there and spend it on goods, but nothing is being produced. And therefore, there isn't any stimulus in the economy. There is no growth. And, at the end of the day, it just leads to a trade deficit. It puts pressure on the dollar. And, this goods become more expensive as there's this downward pressure on the dollar, and an upward increase in prices. At the end, what really is needed is you've got to get the population out there working. You've got to get people building things. You've got to stimulate the economy in that sense. And this printing is a bizarre thing that's sort of happening today. It's a little bit about what I wanted to say with EasyTron. It's sort of the same thing, right? I mean, our entire job is to work the plan, as Donovan just reminded everyone. We've got to go out there and we've got to build that income for ourselves. We've got to grow the community. We've got to try to fill up that matrix. That matrix is designed to build wealth for everyone in that matrix, right? Which means that you can get up to $250 million by just working the plan, ensuring everyone understands this, keeping in touch with everyone. I like what Lisa said about writing everything down, right? Your tasks, your jobs, the people that you have to interact with, people that you want to call. Most importantly, the main people that have signed up directly with you. You kind of need all of those things. You need that, and then you've got to ensure you go out there and you speak to these people and don't leave them hanging, right? If you leave them unspoken to and you don't communicate over time, then everybody drifts away. So this is sort of one of the messages I wanted to bring and remind everyone. What's staring ahead of us this year? I find there's a lot of talk about inflation, and we're worried about where the stock market is going to be. It's at, I think, at historical highs, and every time the market trades at this number, and actually the magic number is about 30. And if you look back at every single stock market decline, I hesitate to say crash, but if you look back historically, you find that numbers have crept up to about 30 times, right? And when the market is trading at about 30 times price earnings, there will be a correction. And we're at about 33 now, or so 34. We hit another record high on Friday. So it's something that I'd be a little bit worried about. And there's a possibility the market will deflate. And it might be an issue this time around that we may not be able to fix. This will impact a number of areas. One area that it would be, I think, quite that we may face a bit of trouble in would be real estate. And if you understand real estate, it's a very dangerous market, because it's a dangerous play because of the leverage. If you buy $1 million house, some people put $50,000 down. Some people might put $100,000 down and purchase $1 million house. Now, when prices fall 10%, you start to become underwater. When they fall 20%, 30%, 40%, you have a $400,000 price decrease. You've only paid $100,000. Now you've got to look for $300,000 that you don't have, and you've got to go top it up, and then you've got to try and save that property, and you beg, borrow, and steal, and what happens is you get evicted at the end of the day, right? So this then leads to some dangerous spiral that that really people can't escape from. It was the crux of the 2008 crisis, and I think in multiple markets in most of the developed countries, property prices have gone up back to I think historical highs that are reminiscent of a bubble. I think that's an area that I'd be worried about. Whilst we're looking at Bitcoin going up, we also got to understand that we're facing a decline in the value of currency, in the value of fiat, and a dollar in most countries, it's a depreciating asset. It's not something that will go up; it'll always come down. If you look at, say, the price of bread 100 years ago would have been 5 cents, right? The price of bread today is $1.60. That's thousands of percent. That's 2,600% up in dollar terms, right? What you actually have to purchase. And if you look at, say, what a person earned 100 years ago, they'd be about $600 annually. And today, maybe they'd be earning about $30,000 annually. That's, I think, a very clear example of the value of a dollar actually coming down, and how it isn't safe to keep your money under your bed, which is kind of what, if you aren't savvy enough, it's kind of what you would do. So you have to start looking at places to put your money in. And where do you ordinarily go? Now, over the last few hundred years, right, 300 years or so, the default would have been gold. That's where everyone would have put their funds in. And I think gold continues to be a safe haven. It's something everybody understands. It's something funds will continue to put their money in, because it's carried a lot of history. It's something people understand. But I think at the same time, it hasn't increased in the same proportion as crypto today. So gold has had faith, it's had history, it's had all the analytics you might want, but I don't. It's also grown at about 8% over the last 100 years, 8% annually over the last 100 years. Which, if you look at government numbers in terms of inflation, right? We've been running at about 3% annually, also for this period of time. But there's a difference, right? I mean, there's a government basket of things, which is very, very broad, and so it reduces inflation numbers. If you can understand that. If you look at the narrower things that affect us, like bread, and then you will see inflation is more like 10%. And so gold may not necessarily meet, or beat inflation numbers or real inflation numbers. Gold was traded at $20 to $30 for, let's say, in the last 100 years. It stayed at $20 or $30 for 70 of those years, until 1971, when we decoupled the fiat from gold, and then it started to go up. But just to give you a bit of an idea, it shot up from $300 to $1,000 from the year 2000 to 2015. That's almost 3.5 times increase, and over a 15-year period. But now, if you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin can be, I think it was 6 times in December alone. So it's something to look at. I'm not saying avoid gold or don't have it in your portfolio. I'll say you've got to pay attention to what's happening in the crypto world. This is the world we're in, and that's why I kind of talk about it all the time on Sundays, because it impacts us. It's not something we can all understand, so it is a discussion we have to have. And we don't really know where it's going to head. Now, the question is Bitcoin the new gold? Is it a similar asset in that regards? And I think the answer to that is a lot more complex, right? There are advantages of gold as a store of value, and it will always continue to rise, which means that if you're using it against what's happening in your economy, if you're using it to ensure that your wealth at least stays on par with whatever happens in inflation, then I think gold is an important tool to have. But if currency does crash, if inflation becomes hyperinflation, if we face a crisis of significant proportions this year, then I think crypto is something that you've got to hold on to. It's not fair, it's not correct, it's not accurate to equate BTC to gold. It isn't the same thing at all. BTC is liquid, right? You can dispose of it at any time. You can't with gold. You can't literally carry it around and and pay someone. I mean, if you wanted to buy a pair of shoes, you can't have a hammer and a chisel and start chiseling away and take a little fraction of a nugget and pay that. So it isn't liquid in that regards. It isn't versatile. It cannot be carried across borders. You can't put a gold bar in your pocket and then walk through a security scan and expect to get away with it, right? It's not designed for that sort of thing. At the same time, gold is it's not exactly decentralized. Gold is found in mines, but it is only mined at about 1% a year. So again, it's not a large number. And so therefore it's held in central vaults by banks, by central authorities, and banks can always manipulate the price of gold. And so it isn't as decentralized in any case as Bitcoin is. But Bitcoin also has some really strong elements. I mean, we know it is finite. It is therefore a finite resource, built to be traded in that regards, built to be divided into 16 decimal places, built for accuracy in terms of a ledger. And then we've got all these other altcoins and opportunities that are not like gold isn't Bitcoin, or Bitcoin isn't gold. Well, Ethereum isn't Bitcoin either. So why would Ethereum grow, and why would the other altcoins grow? Well, I think we're headed into a new economy, right? Just like you'd say younger people wouldn't want to watch a movie on a video cassette tape. And maybe all of you have had a video cassette tape at some point in your lives. And I can see like someone like Radha there would never have watched a single Bollywood show on VHS. It just we've kind of moved on. So I think in that regards, crypto is the new economy. And what the other altcoins offer you is they offer you an alternative utility service with different blockchains, different use cases, decentralization, greater control in your own pocket, in your own wallets, in your own hands. And that really is the radical difference. There are lots of exchanges today that allow you to trade. And so there's an opportunity to, whether it's going up, whether it's going down, for you to actually trade cryptocurrency. If I were any of you or you had your kids and you had to figure out what you really needed to do, I'd say train them in blockchain, train them in crypto, train them in IT, make sure they can program, write some code, but in particular understand what cryptocurrency really is about, its usefulness, its impact on society. It is misunderstood, and it'll be less misunderstood over time because it's only 10 years old. It hasn't been around long enough. And so people call it fool's gold. People say it's got no intrinsic value. It doesn't create any value. It doesn't, it isn't asset backed and so forth. But you can say the same for gold. You can say the same for fiat currency. You can say the same for nearly everything. And again, it is missing the point. So it's, I don't want to get too deep into this conversation. I just wanted to just touch on the fact that we are in the crypto space. We've got EasyTron as our income generation engine or generating engine. It's something that we can go out there and build. We put Tron in, we take Tron out. And Tron is a lot more stable. I mean, we've got Nadeem, who's really bullish on Tron. I believe Tron may potentially double by the end of this year. He's expecting a 7x or 8x increase. We don't know. There's just no, as I said, there's no real historical numbers that are reliable because what's in the past cannot predict the future in this space that we're in. The Tron is very dependent on the acceptance of its blockchain, the further creation of decentralized apps in the same way that we have built EasyTron. This is what builds the value of the blockchain and the value of this token and makes it something that people want to have and want to own. In addition to this, where else should we look? Well, if anything happens with the stock market, and there's that strong likelihood that something will happen, I'd say I know the news blankets all of us with whatever's happening in the West. Just remember that, Donovan says, "Don't call me a third world country." Well, you're may not be a third world country, but you're a developing nation. And developing nations are where we have to look. That's where the economy will grow the fastest. That's where you'll have the greatest growth in middle income citizens. You're going to see this in India. You are seeing this obviously in China. If you can, try to study what's going on in the Chinese economy, what the government is doing, because it's a little different. It isn't a free market in the same sense that the US is a free market. So everything is driven by the government agenda, by their planning, their foresight. As an interesting point, Singapore used to be built with a 20-year urban plan. And if you went to the government offices, they had this city planning division called Urbana or Surbana, I can't remember, maybe it's Surbana. And if you went there and you looked at their master plan, they would tell you what they're going to be doing over the next 20 years. And all you had to do is say, I'll buy property here, 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 and here, and take advantage of the growth. And the advantage of the Singapore government is that they will build it. If they say something is going to happen, it will happen. So the greatest example that we've got is Marina Bay Sands. Everyone recognizes that iconic building. That was 20 years in the making. So they reclaimed land and allowed 15 years of settlement. And they had 5 years of marketing. And voila, the entire South District was built as they had planned. And the only thing that is different today with the Singapore government is that they plan everything 40 years ahead today. And that's possible only because they've got staying power. It's very unlikely. We have no personality wars in Singapore. It's not like, oh, vote for this guy or vote for that guy, and because he's more charismatic, he shouts louder, whatever the case might be. And China is the same thing. It's going to be a single government for the longest possible time, and so they can plan ahead, and they do plan ahead. And maybe that's the radical difference between in India and China, or at least a significant difference. So look at what they're doing, because it'll give you an idea of where to also put your money, right? If you want to put money in crypto, that's awesome. If you want to take it out of crypto and take a fraction out and put it in different areas, then put it in the developing countries, in particular areas of development. Put it in green tech, put it in general tech, obviously put it in blockchain and so forth. But put it in electrics and such, right? Observing what the country is doing will give you an idea of what's happening in the future and what is likely to come. So that's my message for this Sunday. Maybe next week I may decide to talk a little bit about Tron and the possibility of where Tron may head, where it will look like, what it might look like at the end of 2021, what could happen in 2022. As far as the eye can see, again, it isn't so much science, it's more magic, but that's what telling the future is about. So it's been awesome talking to everyone. Thank you so much. And I will see all of you again the following Sunday. And if I'm not wrong, I think, Lisa, we've got my dearest friend Nadeem coming on board next. Is that correct?
Okay, so today it's very interesting that you brought up the Joe Biden inauguration and the new election and the president, because I have someone from the US. He's going to speak about the US market and how the presidency is affecting the US economy, especially with the new, tax cut they have in the US. So I'm going to bring our top leader from Houston, Texas, Bryan Johnson, very respected leader here, and speak about his thoughts on crypto as well.
Hey, Bryan, I hope I didn't offend you in any way.
No, Nick, you can never offend me, man. You're just telling the truth, man. You're just telling the truth. No,
all right,
man.
Take the spotlight, my friend. Thank you.
Not a problem, man. We appreciate you, Nick, with everything that you're doing, and as well as you, Donovan, for your speech and stuff on really inspiring the team. And all I want to do is really to say, everything that they're saying, I'm just going to reiterate it, because in the U.S., with the government being the way it is, and we're in the middle of a pandemic right now with all this stuff going on, the economy is really going through some major changes. And then I'll be teaching everyone on our team we need to really adjust and really educate people on cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is the way of the future. Everything is going digital. And regardless if people want to accept it or not, it's happening, and it's happening right now. So the main thing is that I'm teaching everyone to educate your people on cryptocurrency. And now, since it's starting to go mainstream here in the US, where everyone's starting to do it, PayPal, Cash App, and all these different people, but they are centralized organizations. So everyone needs to get educated and staying decentralized. And that's what we're doing, to try to keep everyone on the same page with being decentralized, so you can be your own bank. That's what I call it. You become your own bank, BYOB, become your own banking system. And then by doing that, you in control. And then that way, no one would know how much. You're totally anonymous with crypto if you stay in a decentralized wallet and different things of that nature. And you can stay like that. Now, for as EasyTron, with what we're doing with building smart contracts is the best way to go, because we know that within a smart contract, there's no human intervention. Everything is digital. And with everything going digital, like the way it is, you're in a position of power. And when you have the power, you can create whatever you want to create. Don't no one control what you do, because the governments always try to control your money. Like, you can go to the banking system now and you want to move X amount of dollars. They ask you why, who you send it to, or what you're doing. But in crypto, you can just send it straight peer-to-peer, straight to that person without any problems. So with the smart contract, it allows us to do a lot of things. And with what we have in place with the Tron, Tron is a very good coin. It's very stable in the market, and we can really utilize the Tron to really do a lot of things because it trades with Bitcoin and a lot of other coins that you can really convert to another cryptocurrency and then hold it. And then if you know how to trade, because I am a master trader, you can move it when the market's going down. Like now, you can move it to USDT and just hold it. And then when it comes back up, you can just move it around. And really, like I said, it's all about educating your people on cryptocurrency. And then for us building EasyTron, keeping people focused, like Donovan said, the power of 3 is strong. And like in my team, I'm teaching them a power of 4 because that way you give one person a little spillover in the Easy 10 part. And from doing that, everyone's winning. And because they're like a job, when you go to the job, you have a job description. And in that job description, you're going to know what to do. And if you don't do it, you're going to get terminated. So just like with here, you got to play to win. If you're going to work and have a purpose to really win, you got to follow suit, write down your goals, like Donovan was saying, and really build that way and teach your leaders to duplicate and manage. Because once you bring people to the system, you can't leave them hanging. You got to teach them to duplicate. And if you teach them to duplicate, your team will explode. And that's kind of what our team been doing. And like, as you develop the leaders lead, they do their meetings. And like on my team, everyone's independent. Everyone's doing their own thing, building their own team. They have their own Zooms and they duplicating throughout. So if you do that and stay focused in EasyTron, you can really change a lot of people's lives and build a lot of people's families. And that's what our whole purpose is in this, is to really reach out to as many families that's hurting right now with this pandemic and, you know, the type of situation that the world is in right now. We need to really educate our people and really get them engaged in cryptocurrency. So with that, like I say, Nick, you're doing an excellent job, and we're going to stay behind you. We're going to stay focused to really build this thing. And like I said, if everyone really duplicate and build this project and don't lose faith in what you're doing. Every day is not easy in this industry and sales because you got people that don't really know crypto, but they're very inquisitive. So all the tools that we have in place, utilize all these tools and let's just get it out, invite, talk to as many people as possible on a day-to-day basis. Then when people come on your team, don't leave them hanging. Stay there with them, hold their hand until they get their 3 or their 4 people in, and just teach duplication and then teach the management part. Manage your team. Teach everyone to be self-sufficient, and if everyone be self-sufficient, the thing will grow crazy. So with that, that's what I had to say, Lisa, and I'll take it back to you.
Thank you, Bryan. Thanks for that. Good to hear from someone who is actually living in the US and how it's affecting you as well.
I'd like to say a few things. First of all, Nick, thank you so much. Donovan, you did a fantastic job. I think what you're doing right now is something that everybody needs to understand. This is all about yourself. This platform is not about building a future for others. It's not about building a future for the creators or the owners, but it's about yourself. Because there are some people on the messages that ask, what is the future of EasyTRX? Guys, this is a smart contract that is non-amendable. There is nothing to be changed. Now this platform is decentralized and you have to think about it, how your future you want it to be in EasyTron. EasyTron itself does not have its own future. It's all connected to all of us. Like Bitcoin in the past when it started, Bitcoin was just a crypto, but now it started to evolve and we see in 10 years something has gone really away and it's now started to go beyond $40,000, which nobody has ever seen. So for EasyTron, it's a decentralized platform which will not change. It will not be amended. So now it's up to you guys how you want to mold it to your benefits. And it's up to you how you want to proceed and take it further and to what heights. So that is one. Secondly, somebody asked about cryptocurrency in India. Please understand one thing. Cryptocurrency is a topic that every single person is talking about. So cryptocurrency is a topic that the entire world is talking about. And it's an ever evolving industry until there is certain governance that comes in this industry. So there is someone that is talking about things that are happening in India behind the scenes, where people are talking about crypto. But guys, this thing of crypto is not here to go. It's going to stay with us for long. So please understand. I don't see once the ban is lifted by the Supreme Court, it's going to ever come back because it's an escalated court already taken the judgment and overturned it. So it's not going to come back. Only thing is there might be changes, there might be amendments, which will be for the betterment of the crypto future. So please don't get worried about anything. In the industry, India is vast, and I think it really is a solution for all of us. So thank you so much for tonight. I think that's all for today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for that, Nadeem. I think you soothed the flames of the people asking those questions. They have a lot of questions. So thanks for reassuring those people who have questions. Okay, so I'll see you guys again on the Sunday call next week. We will have very exciting updates for sure. So stick around. We will be announcing them pretty soon. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining me tonight. Good to be here. It's good to be in the space. Take care and good night, everyone.